you to what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow with the raps. In fact, you can sing, but no matter how you flow, go for the throat. Spotlight hits to get handle the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. Show me what you got, I can spot some talent. You still got squash and you fought so valiant. If I come for some blood, gonna cop a gallon. I came from the mud, I just got some balance. Now who's gonna bring it the most? And who's gonna coast? Who'll get bread and get toasted? Who's getting smoke like a note? And who's gonna ghost? Who'll try rigging the votes? Yeah. Second roll my smoking, got the flow, can hold the notion. I don't pose a nerd, the notion. I oppose you, bros and hoes should always post it with the focus. Go through motions and it's hopeless. If you boasting, then I'm roasting coast to coast to people voting. Not for you. Y'all see steam when I step up from the booth. 6 feet deep, get my beats from a tomb. And a 6 clean sweep, not with squeegees or brooms. If you spit means beef, then I'm eating. I'll step up to the plate if you're ready to ball. A couple vets meet the greats, but so many will fall. When your reps on the line could be ending the call. No, y'all keep the rings, I want heads on my wall. There's plaques full of rappers and singers alike. This ain't about clout, it's what you bring to the mic. You can spit it, flow it, sing it, or just wing it and fight. Who is? Disney put you singers on ice. Think you the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow with the raps. In fact, you can sing, but no matter how you flow, go for the throat. Spotlight hits to get handle the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. Star of the show. You're the true, the one. The poet whose soul can move the sun. Let's the weapon, no use for guns. Just throw it in the queue, you're done. Rated. Most want players get glazed, claim hatred. Folks be amazed, they ain't paid, it ain't made it. Stole the picture, wrap the frame, copy, paste, claim they painted. Who's the best in the basement? That's rated. No fame in the moat with these basement raps. Yet I still rock the boat like my wave was cracked. Go glow, they a goat, only made a track. Most don't want the smoke, you'll get laid to ash. Dust them, cut from the percussion, lips split from the kick, face chopped like a mutton. Smoke crops and I'm buzzing. The truth is just ducking. This deuces be bluffing out my way before it's something like it's nothing. White collar rhymer, every sesh profesh. X knows no less, best invest in checks. Fresh to death, yes, to the nines I'm dressed. Quick flip from the 6, never mind my stress. Shh, the show is starting. Sun's gone down and the ocean's parted. You want one round and you hope departed. When they bump my sound, gonna go, you think you're the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow with the raps. In fact, you can sing, but no matter how you flow, go for the throat. When the spotlight hits to get handle the glow. Who's just beginning? Who's already pro? Ain't just in it, I'm a star of the show. You think you're the what? Better square up. Show those folks who oppose you the touch. That's that king. Now step up in the ring. Wow with the raps. In fact, you can sing, but no matter how you flow, go for the throat.
Flowers for days.
Flowers for all the bitches. Wait, it's not February anymore.
No, it isn't. But it is Juneteenth?
Not yet.
No.
In the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, it is.
It's just so hard to keep track. You know,
it's really not. It's just one day on the calendar. Just a day.
Here's an honest question. Comes from a place of curiosity. Mr. Paradise, is it racist that my friend at Nike today got lunch of catfish and Kool-Aid?
In a normal scenario, I would probably say yes, but I have to say no because I got an email the other day from my local office saying that they were serving catfish tomorrow at the office. So I'm like, is it racist? I guess not.
Well, if your office does it, then it must not be.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty like celebratory of all the things and the happenings. So if they're doing it, I guess it's cool.
Casanova Westside, why don't you love us anymore? You're not a subscriber, bro. What?
What happened?
His ex took all his money, probably.
Which one?
Like, yoink. All of them.
Which
Each
one
took $5 from his pocket, and out of the thousands of girls he's dated, now he's left penniless.
No, it looks like I guess your Twitch subscription didn't renew. I don't see it on the roll thingy majigger in Discord.
Ooh, hard R.
You don't use the word thingamajigger?
I sure don't. Not allowed to.
I'm not. You're allowed to use thingamajigger. What's wrong with thingamajigger?
It's too blue collar. It's too much, mechanic body shop, and not enough. My hands are pristine and uncalloused.
Too Country Bumpkin and not Pristine Bob.
That's right. More of a pristine Bob. Yeah.
I feel you. All right. Well, it's almost Juneteenth, so if you are a catfish and Kool-Aid lover, I hope that you celebrate tomorrow. Maybe if your company or facility that you work for is progressive thinking, you'll have the day off, or you'll be
They might
serving.
just serve you
Yeah.
catfish and Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Yeah, or you
So
might
that's
be
also progressive.
and some watermelon too.
What's up, P-Bird?
P-bird. I don't like that. Nah, let's just say bird.
D-Bird, B-Bird? Come on. That's
It's-
fire.
It's too similar sounding.
Well, it's true. It can only be
There you
one.
go. See, look, Ray's off tomorrow. Ray, are you gonna fire up the grill and put some glizzies on the grill?
Good question.
How do you cook your hot dogs?
Sideways. I don't. I go to Costco like every other red-blooded American.
Excuse me? You go to Costco just to get a hot dog?
It's not the craziest thing I've said on this stream, and I think it's valid.
It absolutely
$2
is
hot
the
dog?
crazy. Huh?
No. $2 hot dog? That's so fire.
You can get a pack of hot dogs for like $3.
Wow. Inflation. I don't know.
Costco inflation. That must be what you're talking about. Anyway. All right. Casanova said he's going to resubscribe. You can also just, if you're on YouTube already, you can just become a member on YouTube and do it that way. You got options is all I'm saying. You can either subscribe directly on the Discord, you can become a member on YouTube, or you can subscribe on Twitch, whatever floats your boat. We're also, I think Kick is turned on now too, because they added that shit. So we're back on Kick.
Can you kick it?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. And we're here to listen to some tunes from all of these hard-earned, well-paying folks.
That's right. This is my favorite day of the week because I get to see creations just floating through space from people's brains onto the internet into my ear. That's magic.
I don't know about favorite day of the week, but it's a day of the week, and we're here for you all.
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing tonight, Bird?
Well, P. Dice. One of the infamous arguments that nobody remembers we ever had because all of our past webcam web series videos have been archived was who is more impactful, Allen Iverson or Hot Sauce from the And One mixtape tour? I said Allen Iverson because of fucking course. P. Dice, for some reason, thought Hot Sauce was more impactful than Allen Iverson.
Impactful?
I think that there's no way that could be true if people, in Asia, all ages, who love basketball can recognize Allen Iverson and have no fucking clue who Hot Sauce is.
I think you measure impact based on popularity and not changes in the dynamics of the sport.
I think no matter which way you measure it, Allen Iverson was 1,000 times more impactful.
Who's more impactful, Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Steph. I'm gonna say Steph Curry at this point because everyone's chucking up terrible threes, just horrible.
That's all
shots.
I'm saying. I think Allen Iverson was the better basketball player, arguably, but I think Steph Curry was more impactful. That's all I'm saying. I think there's things that change in the dynamics of the game. That's all I would say.
I'm saying, like, if you really look at it, Allen Iverson was the first guy to like wear baggy shorts, kind of like tattoos, cornrows. Like, he was known for like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be myself. The league commissioner hated it, but he's like, fuck you, I'm good enough at basketball, I'm gonna do what I want.
I don't think he was the first. Maybe he was the most recognizable because he was probably like the first one with like openly having neck tattoos and stuff like that. I think that was what
that was what people
people
influenced a lot of basketball, what it became.
I think there were people just like Allen Iverson that just didn't get the attention.
Well, regardless, because of this ongoing fight that we always bring up every 2 to 3 weeks, I figured, fuck it. Let's give Hot Sauce a shot. Let's see his top 10 moments out of all the And1 basketball mixtapes, and let's just view it together and then give it a rating out of 10.
Top 10 chosen by who? Who picked these top 10s?
It wasn't me. It was just the first video that looked interesting that I figured we should rate. So this could also not include all of his moments.
All right, we'll see. All right, And1 mixtape. I wonder if he still sells his hot sauce. He used to go around Atlanta selling it.
That's dope. Classic. Good shimmy. Slow motion.
Off the backboard.
Fly swatter. This guy's just walking around. This feels almost like the Harlem Globetrotter, where it's like, we're not supposed to play defense here. I love that one. Just break a guy's ankle in jeans. Is that a young professor?
Yeah. Oh, he finally made a shot.
Yeah, that's the big difference. That one for sure is number one iconic. At the same time, if you noticed, he didn't create any separation. He did a quick pull and then, yeah.
He was a showman. Like, I remember every single like dribble move that he did, like people in my high school, that was like the first thing that they would do after the videos came out. Like up until Skip to My Lou and Hot Sauce and Headache and AO and all those guys were like nutmegging people on the court. Like nobody was really trying that. And that's what I'm saying as far as the influence. Nobody was trying to nutmeg you in the middle of a street ball game. Like that was like not I'm going to bounce it between your legs, or I'm going to go behind your head and throw it in the air. That's what I mean as far as influence. Yeah, Allen Iverson from a maintained proper
cultural
basketball
impact.
Let me finish it. From a coordinated basketball league standpoint, had influence, but as far as street ball, like the And1 guys had more influence than any NBA player.
I disagree. I think if you
when was the last time you played? Did you ever drive around the city and just like pull up to basketball courts?
When's the last time I played? I'll tell you the last time I played, motherfucker. And my Achilles says you're too fucking old.
I mean, back in the day when And1 was actually touring, did you like drive around your city and pull up to courts?
Sure.
That's what I did. We drove around the city looking for other high schoolers to play against. And this was the thing that was going on. Is like, are you going to get And1 on the court? Nobody was talking about, are you going to get Allen Iverson crossover? Everybody's talking about, are you going to get nutmegged and everybody's going to ridicule you off the court?
But here's the thing. When I talk about Allen Iverson crossing over Jordan, everyone can instantly picture that clip in their head. Literally, everyone's like, oh, I remember that. That's fucking iconic. And the style that he brought to basketball, like professional basketball on that level, like his style, the culture, like he kind of mixed that hip hop culture with the NBA. And that has way farther reaching implications and impact than fucking street ball nutmegs.
Disagree.
All right. And yes, a couple of them went to the NBA. Skip to My Lou, I forget his real name. Rafer Alston. Yeah, I think he played for the Bucks.
He played for Orlando, the Bucks, and Houston.
Warmer. Yeah.
He started for Houston before Steve Francis came.
Oh, the franchise. He was great.
Also a street ball player.
Oh, great baby. Here's what I want you to text your friend. And this isn't like, traditionally like, oh, I'm gonna make up some weird joke or something that's gonna be like a little haha. No, I want a serious one because it's what I want. Text your friend who had more impact, Allen Iverson or Hot Sauce from And One.
Worst text message ever.
Text anybody that, and they're gonna give you the same answer as Allen Iverson, and probably like who's Hot Sauce.
She wasn't even. Never mind. I'm not gonna age Gray Baby, but I'm like this
Ray
was like
Stans, never even heard of Hot Sauce either.
he's from fucking Connecticut. What does Ray Stans know about street ball?
Doesn't that say something about the impact?
It says nothing about the impact. It's like arguing. It's like the stupid ass dumb debate between like Drake and Pusha T fans and Kendrick fans. Like, oh, who's the cultural impact versus who's the bigger impact? Like,
who had a bigger impact, Hot Sauce from And One or Allen Iverson?
On street ball, Hot Sauce.
Okay. Who had bigger impact on street baller? A street baller, or that's not what we were talking about. Bigger impact.
I don't even remember what the original question is. That's why I'm far over it.
All right. Well, enough of that. Out of 10, those moves, seeing them in 2025, what do we think?
I'll give it 8. I mean, if you do any of those moves right now in the middle of a game, it still gets the same exact reaction. It may not be as herald, like now people actually want you to play, but there's still people making like, okay, I'm going to show up people videos. Like you do any of those moves right now, you still get a good crowd reaction.
Yeah. It's tough for me because like as a point guard, I'd see that shit and I'd practice too. Like I'd do the nutmeg. I would do like the little thing where you go on the ground and kind of bring it over. Right, do the little cartwheel. It's crazy that was the top 10 because the one thing that they didn't have was the move where he bounced the ball up into his shirt and then knocked it around himself. And then went around.
Yeah, that was probably like number 2 out of all of his moves.
That was a good one. I also loved the knee bounces. He would like dribble it off of his knee and then do some crossovers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think that the game has changed a little bit in street ball and in basketball in that they try to create more space. It's all about like doing some stupid shit, creating space for a 3, and then chucking up just a terrible shot, which usually ends up going in. Yeah, that's what they're practicing right now.
The thing right now has changed to more of the James Harden style is let me see how far away I can get from you and shoot a 3 and not let me see can I make you look ridiculous and go past you and lay it up. Like it's moved beyond the 3-point line rather than let me score the easiest bucket possible. So now it's like, okay, create a bunch of space, you fall over, ooh, open shot.
Okay, Gray Baby, I changed my mind. This is too difficult. Here's the new text. Here's the new text. Text your friend. I tried practicing kissing on a pickle jar and now my mouth is stuck. Help. Text that.
Good Lord.
What do I do? Help. What do I do?
Which part of the pickle jar would you get your mouth stuck on?
I don't eat pickles, so I wouldn't know. Disgusting.
Delicious. Hold on. Let me fix some shit. All right.
I'd give it a 7 because it has nostalgia for me, but like you're not creating space. There's a quick awe movement and there's some very cool talent that you have tricking people. I just wish the tricks connected to buckets scored.
Yeah, I think that was the one downfall of their touring league is that it did kind of resemble just the Harlem Globetrotter-esque stuff and not necessarily like who's the most skilled basketball player, is just who's the best showman. So I think that eventually led to their downfall. Although I guess the professor is still doing his thing with his ridiculous haircuts.
His haircuts are the worst. How is he not rupturing Achilles? How am I rupturing my Achilles and that fucker isn't? He's like 50.
Well, because he does it every day. So that's his main job. He's not, sitting on his couch playing Warzone 24/7.
That's true. He's a little more active.
TACman, let me fix your doodad so that you have access to the right access. somewhere. Here it is. And then we're going to listen to some music. So what we do here is listen to tracks from the community and give it a rating 1 through 10 and give it our immediate, what the hell do we think, thoughts about it, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or whatever. That's what we do. So we'll go through the queue. We'll start from the top. Wednesdays, we're doing subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you can listen along. If you would like to join in with the fun of the paying members, you can either subscribe yourself, gift a sub, or a tip, or you can get in line for the Sunday queue where we'll listen to all the free shit.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. All right.
Covers all the bases.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Tackman, you should be able to post in here. Oh, I see you typing. Okay, you got it. You don't need my help. Fuck me. All right. We ready to go?
Never been more ready.
Have you ever been less ready?
Yeah, definitely. Basically, every time that I come on here, I've been less ready than right now.
Somebody gift a sub or resub. I thought I saw Nax. Somebody did some shit while we were blabbering away or watching N one. Keep me honest, guys.
4th Street Catalyst is Bidak with the Subawub.
All right.
Catalyst. Subbed.
Catalyst is first anyway. So fuck it. Here is Catalyst. I think this is his round 3 track for the Square Up League. It's called Unlucky. This round, shout out to all the participants, including Mr. Bird himself. This round, the criteria was to choose your opponent's topic. So don't just go out there and rap about whatever the hell you want. You got to rap about what your opponent chooses. I didn't see any trickery go on. I was a little disappointed. Nobody tried to like throw curveballs at their opponents. They were like, "Oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?" All buddy and bullshit.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was in Las Vegas when I sent the topic for him of leaving Las Vegas. I didn't feel like I was doing him a favor. I was like, yeah, he can make it whatever he wants. He's a creative guy. He's a talented dude. But I was like, I wouldn't like this topic. It's just too boring.
Oh, yeah. I did see the Addicted to Galaxy Gas. That was probably the most far out there one that I saw of the picked ones. But yeah, pick your opponent's topic. So Catalyst
Like
got
that.
the unluckiest person in the world or something of that nature. So here is his track called Unlucky.
Doom shot, motherfucker.
Catalyst, I need some of your beats, bro. Where are you getting this shit?
Keep up with me, cause I'm running on the force. I ain't never gonna trick, cause I don't trust none of these whores. Yeah, you look when I don't play no games. What we know about my face, cocaine, and I geek out. Don't send no bitch, I fuck around. You grabbing a pack from me, I'm stuffing with grass and seeds. You bring it back to me, I'm knocking out all your teeth. Damn, why you stepping on my lawn? You go
Suicide
find out
Boys.
what I'm on. Told you not to play this game, and now you motherfucking gone. Shit is funny though, your family's looking for you, bro. Y'all send them down the street, but they will never find your body though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking on you, bitch, and busting through your door. You can never keep up with me, cause I'm
Seriously, did you
running
make
on
this
the
beat?
force. I ain't never gonna trick, cause I don't trust none of these
Esther,
whores.
is that a name?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Now your count is fucking froze. I just ripped the card up off you. Now I'm dripping out in gold. I just ran the limit. Got no boss, I'm independent. Got your pin, there's no defending. Told my bitch we're going swimming. Yeah, I'm draining your cards and posting online. Know what they say, oh, verse of the line. No place in the Camry, I'm ghosting time. Flexing the chain, her throw is just mine. Placing my hand, wrapping the spine. Thought she was yours, but guess she's mine. That isn't right. Guess
Doom
your
shot,
luck ran dry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking on you, bitch, and busting through your door. You can never keep up with me, cause I'm running on the force. I ain't never gonna trick, cause I don't trust none of these whores.
Motherfucker. Snow White, bust a right, come inside, stay the night. What a sight, out of mind, slide a line.
Slide a line,
It's my time,
it's my time.
bust a line.
Bust a line. Oh my god, I dropped him. Fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuck knocking on your bitch and busting through your door. You can never keep up with me cause I'm running on the floors. I ain't never gonna trip cause I don't trust none of these whores.
Okay, that was Unlucky by Catalyst.
Damn, son. All right, you got to tell me where you got that beat. In fact, maybe just send me the file, please, and let me just steal that. I love that beat so much. I think the Youngs call it funk. Big fan. That beat crushes. I want to give it a 10 just for the beat. However, yeah, I'm definitely seeing some like Suicide Boys influences with like Fred Durst vocals. It's interesting the effects you put on the vocals. I think it kind of works for what this is, but it's also hard to understand. Like at first, I didn't even realize that you were rapping. Like I just kind of sounded like part of the beat, if that makes sense. I love the dichotomy of the like deep effects, the fucking, you know, the slowed down. I love that. The high parts, I think you need to either raise up in volume or maybe take off some of the high effects, because yeah, it's just kind of hard to hear your verses. I want to hear them more present in that banging ass instrumental. Regardless, it's a vibe and it's fun. It's just the mix on the vocals is off. Give me that beat, I'll give you a 10. All honesty, I'll give it an 8.5 just for that technical vocal part. Makes it hard to hear.
I like the bounce in this as well. I like the beat. I like the stutters that you did on the vocals. The effect was okay. I think that for what you were going for, I think it would have sounded better with more of a telephone effect than a phasing effect. I think that's where it kind of threw me off a little bit. I can see that phasing effect working better on the hook, but I think for the verses, it would sound better with the more telephone megaphone effect, giving that Rage Against the Machine, like Bird said, the Limp Bizkit kind of vibe of that. I would agree that you said you're going to rewrite the second verse, because as I was listening to the second verse, I'm thinking to myself, what does this have to do with being unlucky? I think that was the other thing that I was trying to like listen to, is like, what is unlucky about this song? And I couldn't quite connect the dots. Maybe it's because I didn't really pick up on like the first verse and the lyrics or whatnot, but definitely like midway through the second verse, I've started listening like, okay, is this person unlucky, or are you just rapping to a banging ass beat? So I would keep that in mind as well. But you know, still a dope track. I think you're like almost there. I'll give it a 8.
Don't get yourself disqualified just doing whatever versus listening to your opponent's topics.
Casanova trying to get in on this. I want a verse too.
Fuck, me too. Yeah, what?
Tag me in, guys.
Tag me in. I want. Give me.
Shout out to Rin with the follow. Welcome. First verse is about scamming somebody. Second verse is about scamming people's credit card. Okay.
I remember that was like a thing. Somebody was talking about like credit card skimming, and they went through like the whole scam, almost less rapping and more instructions. And I'm pretty sure they got indicted for it.
Hey man, sometimes you got to share the knowledge, right?
Sometimes. And sometimes you just keep that shit to yourself.
All right. Next up, back in the sub queue as of last night at 9:46 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe, Sotorius.
Sotorius.
And I remember, because he said it, and I'm seeing it live for myself. He said, now it's time for new music. And look at that. 4 Walls, produced by none other than Noir.
Oh.
Community collaboration.
Love to see it.
Let's see what Sotorius has been cooking up with Noir. Here is 4 Walls. Gray Baby, you need to listen to this whole song, and then you need to give a rating, and then why you gave that rating once this ends. If you don't do it, I'm banning you.
Imagine having only 3 walls.
Ooh, that
That would
sucks.
suck.
Yeah, bro.
All I got's a mic, these 4 walls in my head, laying down track after track, perfecting what I said. I'd be starving if this is the way I stayed fed. Thank God I discovered other ways to bake bread. The love I got for music is something that's undisputed. So deeply rooted, would it hurt if I lose it? Too stubborn to quit, look, I'm an absolutist. Start a revolution, have them marching to my movement. Chasing cash got me hiding beneath the mask, like someone who swears they sober, taking swigs from a flask. Fictitious, pretending you're someone that you're not. Impersonating a wave got you itching like a rash. If I remove personas and facades, can you handle it? If I'm really about my business, would you let me stand on it? If I change, I ain't coming back. Twist around the fitted cap. I'm the man, bring the Bible, I swear I'll put my hand on it. They say change is good, but not all change is good. Fuck it, tearing down my walls. I could give 2 fucks if this whole world falls. 45 snugly tucked in between my drawers. I want my words to echo and be felt like church halls. I want the luxury, hear that, that's the hungry me. Fancy eating lobster meat, tell me who is top of me. A smile turn to pain with my tongue in cheek, the fuckery. I'm at 99, don't tip me over 1 degree. Bound to be a prodigy, Socrates philosophy. If I put belt to ass, bet it's getting ugly. Damn, I'm feeling bubbly, why they mean mugging me? I take pride in hard times, I guess I love struggling. Fuck it, is this what y'all wanted? I'm about to spaz, y'all can kiss my whole ass.
You allowed to say that in 2025? Didn't Beyonce get in trouble for saying spaz?
That'd be a real spaz thing to get mad at.
She changed the song because she said spaz, and then people were like, "Oh, you can't do that."
That's crazy.
They're gonna cancel Sartorius.
Cancel him.
Hold up, I go dumb and dumber. This chopper sounding like marching drummers. You full of shit, I got a fucking plunger. I stay with a tool like a fucking plumber. No peace coming, so keep ducking like an 18-wheeler. I keep trucking. Ride with me or get rolled on. You stand on business but speak on nothing. You think I'm bluffing? Ha, nah. Think again, I'm filled with liquor, I'm filled with gin. Bump your gums, I'ma rock your chin. Knock those down cause I'm off the hinge. This home base where the plot begins. The same place where I copped the win. Y'all quiet now like I dropped the pen. Now the whole world listening. I told you change ain't always good, but now y'all done poked the beast.
Pause.
Get it. I got 2 homies who are ride or die, let me introduce they Smith and West. Talk that shit and try to lie, they specialize in the kiss of death. Bullets fly, they hit your neck, you wide-eyed like an epiphany. Conduct a trap with my soldiers at, they bust the brass like a symphony. They missing me, they want me just to holler back. I told them boys I'ma drop the mask, they thought I was out here talking smack. Smoking mirrors, I could see a crack, now I'm jumping through a wall of glass. I'm out here, I'm hard to grasp, I bring the flame like a ball of gas. I'm spazzing out, nah bitch, I'm just cashing out. Crashing out, nah I'm just waiting till you tapping out. Who's the one that's laughing now? This whole time I've been tracking routes. Fuck these haters, I'ma gas them out. I'm over them while they blacking out. I'm your majesty, I define the laws of gravity. Leave you holy like Trinity. All these hoes is tricks to me. Dudes is hoes too, so I gotta keep that fucking stick on me. Dudes is hoes too, so I gotta keep that fucking stick on me.
Right, that was 4 Walls by Sartorius, produced by Noir. Fresh out of the kitchen. I like it. I like the second half better than the first half. I like the more up-tempo switch on it. I think you're consistent. Here's what I'll say. You're consistent. Like, definitely you know what you want when you're constructing your tracks. I don't really have any problem with the content. I think the one thing that as I'm listening to this, I'm struggling with is I want a little bit more fierceness out of the delivery. Like, you have such a laid back cadence and style that sometimes it feels like what you're going for lyrically needs like a little more impact in how you say certain words. But at the same time, you do a good job saying it. So it's like, it's more of a selfish ask than it is like you're doing a bad job. Especially in that second half when you're getting a little bit more up tempo. And I don't know whether part of that is because it's like overlapped with different punch-ins and you know, the way that you constructed it. But I just wanted like something a little bit more like fierce in how you delivered some of the words. That said, it's still a good track. But again, I like the second half more so than the first half. I think I like you more on up tempo beats than the slow ones, because it just feels a little bit too paced. But I don't know. Maybe it's the production. Like, I wonder what you would sound like on the beat that Catalyst had. What does that sound like? These slow thing. I think the slow delivery tracks work well when you have like the track where you're like talking about, you know, dive bombing and assholes and stuff like that. That worked. So I don't know. Maybe it's the topic. Maybe it's the tone. Whatever it is. Just some spitballing ideas off of hearing this track. I would give this a 7 overall.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I really liked the second half a lot better than the first. It was kind of reminding me of like Del the Funky Homo Sapien when he's rapping on Gorillaz, right? I'm happy, feeling like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that Del approached that kind of was reminiscent of what you did here. And you've got kind of like Dice says, it's confusing because you got this dope voice, but also like, at least in the first part, it seems so measured and you're just kind of taking it so slow and careful that it almost wasn't as interesting. But then the second part came in and you're really starting to hit those cadences. You're like, oh, this is super dope. So it was almost like the tale of two contrasting styles. You know, at the end of the day, like, this was a pretty dope song. I think the first part, because it was like maybe a little slower, it has you listening extra careful to some of the punches, and it's like what is it, Socrates philosophies, and you're like, god damn it, boo. And then as it starts picking up, you're like, oh, it doesn't even matter what you're saying because it sounds so cool when you're doing it. So that's my initial feedback, is I think the slower part wasn't as good as the faster part, but overall all right. I give it an 8.
Yeah, Tatman. Sotorius has a song 1000% dedicated to enjoying the wonderful, delicious tastes and aromas of female posterior. I think I expressed that correctly. So Tori, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I think one of the lines was smoking farts out of an ass like a bong.
Yeah, something to that nature. Yeah.
You can tell like these lyrics made an impact on us. We're still thinking weeks later.
Lasting impact. All right. We got a tip from Casanova.
West Crash.
I'm not sure that's its name, but okay, I'll go with that. Oh, looks like he's got his track from this round. All right, here's Elephant in the Room. That's a good topic. Can go a lot of different directions with that. I'm
glad I didn't try to, cheat ahead and listen to any of these ahead of time, because we're doing it now.
All right, here's Casanova West Side.
Hey, Swagline, I got you on this one.
For real.
Yeah.
Next round, white collar. Yeah.
Hey, shout out David.
Now what is this? Your friend hit my line and said your girl be on some other shit. Ask her what she means, sent her screen, girl you full of it. Thought we had a pack, I knew I felt you was an ugly bitch. Posting all these lies, you had me wild to make me think it's Chris. Trying to test my G, but it ain't me, look at what I mean. I show you what I'm really major at, like a drill team. So bitch please, watch me roll this green just like a can of peas. Like hit these, cause I don't roll just one and you gon' need it. You ain't leaving me, baby girl I'm leaving you. And that hair was bad, you couldn't blow me like a bowl of soup. And don't you try and stop me like some hospital socks. You always lying and telling stories, let me think in your plot. I put that whip up in my wrist so I could think in the pot. I'm talking grits, the only drugs I'm ever making's a bomb. But you be tweaking with your clucking ass. That red hair don't make you bad, that tattoo tattoo on your left wrist that I paid for look over trash. I was hella mad. You said that you wanted that. That shit whack, but that's your skin. And shit you always covered in. So hand wipe. I keep my hands clean and did my move right. Never let us see you stay a gentleman like who fight. This room feel claustrophobic, you ain't noticed. That's your energy. That elephant in the room, you keep a rat to just report and see. So who you really scared of? Cause bitch, I guarantee it's me. You battling on the internet, I win and let your swag lean. Ain't nothing like a small chick that's hella big for her own scene. I was down up in the mud, I ran it up since I was 18. Realized God won't put me through no lessons that he don't mean. So girl, you was the biggest one. If we talking about Wei Ying, yeah, West Side, 290 shit. Come on, Swag, where you with it? I'm waiting on your song, homie. It's been like 4 days.
Shout out Casanova West Side. Elephant in the room. Gotta clear the air, Bird, right?
Clear it out. Because it's full of farts that were smoked up like a bong. Put the screenshot in the lounge.
Yeah, I like that a lot. You always do a good job of like painting pictures with different ways of describing different scenarios. And then I remember you mentioning to Swag Lean, which is the person he's up against, that, hey, I'm going to use your name. And I did catch that bar as well. So always good alliteration, good stuff. I kind of wish there was a hook, but at the same time, this works without a hook, straight up. Let me get to the story. I give it an 8.5. I think that the hip hop purists will love it. They'll listen to it and they'll pick up on the story and whatnot. Maybe the more pop loving, friendly people would want a little bit more out of it. But I think for your style and what you bring to the table, I think this is a solid entry into the Casanova catalog. Give it 8.5.
Look, this is going to be a hot take. A little bit of a hot take. Great writing, great delivery, cool punches. Couldn't blow me like a bowl of soup. Great bar. I like the Swag Lean call out. Like, the writing here is really strong. The only thing I didn't like about this was the beat. It's just, for me, the beat felt a little boring, kind of like, I don't know, 1999 like dark angry gangster rap, where it's like it didn't feel like it necessarily matched the tone of Casanova's song. That being said, like, he did really well over it. Like, he rapped the fuck out of the beat, so I can't really be mad. This is just a personal preference as far as like the instrumentation in the background. I think it could have been stronger with a different beat. That being said, elephant in the room, you're in your strong suit, you're in your bag when you're talking about, oh, these bitches that did you wrong, that stupid red-haired, tattooed fuck. Like, you paint these great pictures, and I think that's what I like the most. One of these days, we're going to have to just do like, here's a picture, here's the song I wrote for, just here's a picture, here's a song I wrote. Maybe we'll all share. Maybe we'll all get to know each other's exes on a more intimate level. One can only hope. 8.
What would you do if you were saved in somebody's phone as tattooed red-haired fuck?
I probably have worse things saved in my phone, to be honest. When you're single, you're meeting people, you just put in whatever. Yeah.
That's wild. All right. Next up.
Do not answer.
Noir. Shout out Noir. We've heard a beat from Noir a couple songs ago underneath some smooth, sultry, Sotorious vocals. Now let's listen to a beat without any vocals. This is called Cool Beans. Noir tapping into his Caucasian side.
Yeah, this is cheering from accounting. What are you doing this weekend, Paradise?
Cool beans, man.
Beans. Ooh, a music review show. Cool beans. wanna see you posting screenshots in the lounge. That really gets my feelings out. I wanna see what your friend said. You said you were giving a job a pickle's head. Why don't you show us what that screenshot does? Put it in the lounge, cuz. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Like, I already know what I'm gonna give it, but I want to hear it rock better.
Okay. Calm down.
Big Bonin, got you, player. I need this, Casanova says. Got a ticker in the chat. Shit.
Yeah. All right.
Me and Cass could do something to this.
All right. Tag team the hell away on it.
Just every good beat, I'm like, I want.
How many of the beats that you have claimed on the stream have you actually done something? I know at least 2. Has
Some
there
of
been
them.
some of them? Okay.
Handful.
Okay. All right. Shout out
Style
to
freeing. I still need to do some to the style freeing beats.
I still have a whole folder full of his shit too. We can circle back to that. But this is Noir. Shout out to Noir. Mick Jenkins JID type beat, cool beans. I like it a lot. I like it, the smoothness of it. I like the little vocal sample that's buried down deep in there that pops out once the hook comes back around. I like it. It's smooth, it's classy, it's jazzy, it's funky, it's fresh. I don't know what else to say. So I'll just give it I'll give it 8.5.
8.5. Fuck that. That shit's dope. That shit's dope. Casanova, you want to do a song? Let's do a song, brother. I am absolutely all in. I've been wanting to do a song with you anyways because you're fucking dope, and I think this would be a great start for the, the West Side Boys. Is that what our group's gonna be? The West Side Boys? Oh, we'll spitball it.
Don't let him name it Casanova.
Yeah, man. Let's do a song. As far as this beat goes, to me, it's a 10. I like that fucking I like the bounce to it. I liked the kind of 3-6 Mafia, like lower vocals in the background. I think our producers are kind of dialing into maybe some of my specific tastes. Half the time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hate this, and then half the time I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna love this. Either way, this one I loved. It's a 10 from me, dog. 10 all fucking day. Bouncy. Me and Cass gonna fucking rip the shit out of this, and hope to make you proud, Sensei. 10.
Okay. All right. Calm down, fellas. I'm excited to see what a Casanova D-Bird track would sound like. Did you ever finish that EDM beat that you made, that drum and bass, whatever the fuck that was?
Oh, I finished a couple.
Okay, that means no. That means no to the specific one that I'm asking about.
Which one are you talking about?
The one that we played on the stream. You were like, I made this beat, and then me and Nikki listened to it.
Yeah. I mean, that was finished. Did I have more homework to do? Did I have more to do?
You said that you were going to change some things, so I was thinking that there was going to be a finished product, and I never heard it.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that I even made those beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Bird has a free day and he's like, I'm gonna music, and then the next day he's like, I'm gonna Warzone, and then forgets about the music.
Get everything. Yeah. I am more free than normal outside of Warzone.
Well, the person who is also free is Casanova, has a studio downstairs in his facility. He's got another track, song about rushing into relationships, which might be a little bit obvious given all the songs about exes. This one's called Down. And then after that, we have a tip from Bird, aka P Bird. We'll get to that one.
Bird fly away. Away. That's what he goes by.
That's what it is now? Okay. Bird fly away. I got it. I'll include the Pimp Name Slip back at the end.
Look, what's the rush? I ain't never rushed this quick before. Like, we gotta take our time. What you mean, hit me out? Hold on, chill out. Hit me out.
Baby girl, what you request? It seem like a lot when you really talk that much on the phone. Maybe you might, you be rushing into jumping into loving me too fast. I ain't even hit that ass, goddamn. I wanna be down too. And something that you say you got me in a mood. I'm living in a not real world. I be trying to take my time, be my wristwatch girl. Got my mind in the grip. I wanna be down, but you just be claiming me out the gate. What you learn about me? I guarantee it's more than a day. She a lover though, so maybe I should take more than my plate and just hold it close, and maybe I can get to what I wanna know. Otherwise, tell me what's the point? Be my porcupine. Half the time she rubbing up on me, shorty calamine, power line. Shorty too electric like a Tesla ride. Man, take a deep dive and let our soul vibes. Let's go.
Look the other way. Confidence can hold my gaze. I'm nervous. Maybe I should rush this with you. I don't know what else to say. Showing you a better way to love me. Baby, I'll be down for you.
Okay, you hooked me in. What you do again? Got me down for your appeal for conversation. While my ex, she always ruined it. I don't wanna feel them hits again like a bowler pin. I'd rather leave it thin than let it become a trend. I'm down though, trying to match the paper with the weed. Oh, you do smoke. Okay, we matching our energies, but we could grow. I'm a Capricorn and she a Aries, a real show. Give her the recognition she gave me. Focus on the stars to get interstellar. Even haven't gotta thank my God for this type of blessing. Many want the benefits, but few gon' really jump in seconds. If I learned the lesson, it's beneficial to feel a presence. Okay, see otherwise, what's the point? Be my porcupine. Half the time, it's rubbing up on me, shorty calamine. Power line, shorty too electric like a Tesla ride. Man, take a deep dive and let our soul vibes. Let's go.
Look the other way. Confidence can hold my gaze. I'm nervous. Maybe I should rush this with you. I don't know what else to say. Showing you a better way to love me. Baby, I'll be down for you.
Okay, look, you got my attention, but I wanna try some other shit. I wanna try some Fat Man Scoop shit on my mama. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So y'all gonna vibe with me? Alright, it's gonna go like this. Let's go, here we go now, here we go now. Let's go now, let's go now. Here we go now, from the front now to the back now. Let's go now, shout out now. 290, south side, west side, east side. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. If you down, I'm down. 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 Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Cool, let's get it.
All right. That was Casanova Westside with Down. Haven't had a lot of call to action tracks. That's good to hear. So something that you could do for a performance towards the end, keep the crowd engaged. I don't know if it's missing something. I think the thing that stood out to me the most is the mix on the verses. The vocals are a little bit too sharp and crisp. Probably need to tune down the high end on the EQ, smooth it out a little bit, because it does feel a little bit too present given you have such a smooth beat with that sample. I think it needs to blend into the production a little bit more. I think the hook works, it's fine. Even the call to action at the end is fine. I think it's just the vocal clarity is just too bright on this given the nature of the track. So that would be my critique on this one. But other than that, again, always solid verses, solid writing. I think you're really finding your groove with those hooks that you're singing. So even if they're not the highlight of the track, they work well enough that it doesn't take away from the track. So I give this an 8.
Electric like a Tesla ride. Good bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here is my take. I agree. I think that the mix is what could make this a little bit better. For the verses, it felt like it was just sitting a little too on top of the beat, and like it almost sounded kind of like poor quality. And maybe that was just because it was so loud comparatively. You're like hearing all the different kind of, what is it? Just the little bits and crackles, maybe just because it's so loud. But Tune that down, kind of mix that better into the verse. I think that'll sit better for where the vibe of the beat is. As far as the chorus, I liked the chorus. I was also thinking like, man, I wish there was like a little higher, like it sounded like the sample or whatever. It sounded like a female vocal. Either you had a female singing on it, or whether it was the sample was in there already. I wish it was just a little bit louder to pair with your voice. I think the high female could really accentuate that if there was a ability to kind of have tweaks made to have that part a little higher. And then the last part, I would say, just as far as the Fat Man Scoop thing, as I'm sitting here listening to it, I don't think it's necessary. I'd say if the plan is to release this, you could probably just cut that out and then just have like a 2.5 minute song and it'd be solid. I'm not mad at the Fat Man Scoop thing, though. I think it's pretty fun. It's pretty... I was there in the frat parties when Fat Man Scoop came on and the girls just went crazy, right? They all fucking lost their collective minds and started immediately bending over. So I get it. I like it. But I think the effects that you put on the Fat Man Scoop thing kind of make it fade too much into the background. So that, I would say the opposite of, if you're going to be shouting over this shit, shout over it, right? Make it really present and make it like, Fat Man Scoop, Casanova, like make that shit pop through the speaker and really kind of hit into the soul of the people dancing or whatever. With the high pass filter that you put on it, it just kind of feels like, oh, it's like a blended mix and the guy's like only half excited. So that's the part you should be the most excitable, because all you're doing is fucking shouting random shit anyways. So solid track. Those are my minor tweaks and suggestions. I'd give it an 8 too.
At your fraternity parties, did other competing fraternities ever walk up to y'all and then just start dance battling against y'all?
Oh my God.
They ever just like bust out and poke?
We didn't have like a Jets versus whatever West Side Story face off. You can see how much I pay attention to musicals. But there was a really cringe, like to this day, top 5 regret moment where there was a bunch of like football players that made their way into our party, and they're like all like huddled in the middle of the dance floor. And like, I'm having a good time. I'm, probably 3 sheets to the wind. I literally pushed my way into the middle of it. And I said, I'm going to show you how to Dougie. I'm going to teach you. And I fucking started doing the Dougie. And everyone kind of looked at me like, the fuck? What the fuck is that? Still got laid, so all good.
There you go. Just stand in the middle of a circle in the crowd and do the stanky leg, and I'm sure things will all work themselves out. Yeah.
No, I was too dope to be D-nerd.
Well, you can't mess with those Kappas. Watch out there, Casanova. They'll hunt you down, from what I hear.
Kappa.
All right. Got a couple tips from Bird, actually, or sorry, Bird Fly Away with 2 Y's. This first one is his round 3 track. It's called Flicker or Dreams. Which one is it? I don't know.
Flicker.
Damn, Bird.
Damn, Bird. No, I was dug in. I was doing it. They were just like, why is this guy dancing around that?
It's all gates and sunshine. It's all summertime and butterflies. I catch a glimpse of the sunrise when I see you in my dreams. I can't think of a better time. I can't think of a better life. I know things aren't what they seem. It flickers in my dreams. Oh, 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 here we go. I'm so tired of letting go. I can't find myself inside without you. Had a hand to fold. When I sleep, I think about about you. When I think, no life without you. When I sing about you. Flickering like candles in my dream. It's all cupcakes and sunshine. It's all summertime and butterflies. I catch a glimpse of the sunrise when I see you in my dreams. I can't think of a better time. I can't think of a better life. I know things aren't what they seem. It flickers in my dreams. Oh, 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 here we go. I've been trying to find some hope. You reel me in and throw me back. Can't take it anymore. You're teasing me for fun now. I'm really hurt and numb now. Old memories like crumbs now. Flickering like candles in my dreams. Oh, oh, oh. I'm scared of letting go.
That was weird.
Candles in my dreams.
All right, that was Flicker by Bird Fly Away.
FJ, what it do, playa? So we I don't know if you've been around since we switched it up, but today we're doing the subscriber queue. So everyone who tipped or all of our subscribers, we're going through that list for today on Wednesdays, and the free queue is now on Sundays at 8 a.m. Pacific. So we split into 2 days.
What'd you think
Well,
about? Welcome back. Shout out to you. You can still drop your track early for the Sunday queue. Well, it's racking up, so you better get in there while you fit in.
For this song, Producer Bird Fly Away. I think this is pretty good. I think that there was one section around like 50 seconds in. It was when you went lower where it felt like some of the tones were just a little bit off. I think for the most part, this was kind of a fun poppy song and you hit all your notes. The kind of suggestions I would have is, you know, the guitar is pretty laid back, right? And then I think that the vocals are pretty present over that. If you kind of lower some of those levels down, I think it would fit more naturally into the guitar because it is so understated. So I would probably kind of take those vocal layers back a bit and then just kind of make it sound a little bit more natural there. It also, I think you know, it sounded like you had a couple good layers on there. This might be insane, but my suggestion, I think, at least for the chorus, is to do even more. I don't know how many layers you have on there, but I think if you had like 5 to 8 different layers, it will just blend together a little bit more and make a more full-bodied sound versus just kind of right now it sounds just a little sharp the way that it's hitting the guitars. So that would be kind of my feedback initially, is just like, I think a more full-bodied sound, obviously not all the layers at, 100%, kind of, I mean, you know how to mix, getting some extra supporting layers in there, I think could make it not as sharp, but fun track. 8.
Yeah, it definitely has the open summertime vibe to it. My things that I was gonna comment on was, I think that you hit all of the tones that you were going for. I didn't like the "Here We Go" introduction into the OOs. I think if you're gonna leave "Here We Go" it needs to be a little bit more extended. It needs to be here we go, and you say it very distinctly, like here we go, and then you lead into the O's. Either you need to add a little bit more swagger into the here we go, or I would not even do the here we go. I would just go straight into the OOs. And then what Bird was just talking about as far as the O's, I think that definitely needed more layers and more panning on it. Like I should be really embodied in you going, oh, like it should have like a full effect onto it. But that was like the main thing that stood out is like that here we go. It felt so manufactured. Maybe if you didn't have it on both times leading into the hook, maybe if you just had it one time, like at the end, the here we go wouldn't feel so like manufactured. But definitely like having it lead into each one, it felt like, okay, this is obviously copy pasted. It didn't really have that same energy in the performance. But I mean, overall, I think you did your thing. I think you went for a vision and you executed it well. I think it's solid. Those are just the main things that stood out to me. And then at the end there, towards like the last 10 seconds, it felt like the beat kind of like skipped on the record, and then you added some vocals at the end. Just seemed kind of excessive. I don't know why. I give it an 8. All right, and he got another tip as well. So here is this other track, Wilted Rose, Bird and Prince TK.
Should I just cut the beat there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, unless there's something like, unless you're like singing or rapping all the way till the end of the song, there's really not a lot of profound things that you can do in the last 10 seconds that add a lot of excitement to a track.
Unless you're Fat Man Scoop.
Unless you're Fat Man Scoop. Like I said, I mean, unless you're like, you know, it's full body energy, like from start to finish. Like if the song's done, the song's pretty much done. And the only thing that the outro can really serve is like setting up a next track. But like, I don't know. There's a time and a place for it, I guess. That's what I would say.
Fat Man Scoop, fist your ass, Fat Man Scoop. So his instructions were crazy.
You didn't, I think Sartorius would like some Fat Man Scoop digging your ass bars. Anyway, here is Wilted Rose.
Makes me freeze like ice. I feel the fire.
That was Wilted Rose by Bird Fly Away and Prince TK. I like where I think this was headed. The main thing about this was just you're washed away totally by the beat. Like I could hardly hear you through the beat playing. And I think towards the end it felt a little bit long, but I think that's mainly because I just couldn't hear you enough to really get into the vibe of the track. I mean, I could tell where the vision was and I liked how it sounded, but it was hard to hear everything that you were saying over the beat. So it's tough. I like this more than the last track, actually, if it had a better mix on it. So I'll give it an 8.5. But yeah, I think that's the main thing. The problem with this is just I could hardly hear you, just clashing with the beat. And also I would crank up a little bit more of the de-esser on this. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, vocally, I think you did your thing. I didn't have any issues with any of the runs, the falsetto. It all sounded pretty good. But like Dice said, it's just kind of washed by the beat. The beat, I wasn't a big fan of. I think, the bass was way too loud for the entire time, not just over your vocals, but over like the instrumentation as well. The guitar plucking kind of just sounded like it wasn't hitting the right tones. Like just the instrumentation didn't sound like the tones were right off the beginning. So, that's my biggest takeaway is like, I really just didn't like what was happening with the beat. But I think that you kind of made it make sense with your approach and your vocals, and you kind of did him a favor of like kind of saving the song a little bit. So I'm going to give it a 7 with just, I think that if you up your vocals, that'll instantly add a point, but it still doesn't take away like the crazy tones and the very loud bass. 7 where's that?
Word. All right. Did I get a tip from Noir?
What would Noir do tipping a guy like you?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right. I don't see a tip, so maybe he changed his mind and he's like, fuck you guys. Just play the one track.
I mean, we played a song where somebody rapped over one of his beats, and then we just listened to one of his beats, which, who knows? Maybe one day me and Casanova will do a little thing to it. I don't know.
Yeah, if you ever rap again.
Hey, I've been rapping every other week to your stupid little song tournament. Keeping me active.
Hey, I do what I can. All right. Well, if we hear from Noir, we'll play it. Otherwise, here is Nax. Did he fall asleep? I know it's like, what time is it over in Sweden? It is probably like 2 or 3 a.m. All right. Well, we'll play it anyway, and he'll just have to watch it back. This is In the Works, made today. Oh, he's awake. Good morning.
He's alive.
Good morning. Good evening, depending on what time you go to sleep.
Nax on the beat.
Nax on the beat.
Yeah, you need a producer tag for sure. One of us. It's Nax, baby. Buy your beats today at naxbeats.com.
Just gotta buy the website first.
Yeah. Nax Beats, motherfucker.
Our queue is closed unless you are a subscriber, so we have a free queue. Tonight we do our subscribers on Wednesdays, but if you did want to get played tonight, you can subscribe, tip, or gift a sub. We do this every Wednesday for subscribers, every Sunday for everybody else.
And if you missed that because his mic was underwater, we play subscribers and tippers tonight, and in the free queue Sunday morning.
Yeah. Is that a hi-hat or a crash that's playing with the kick at the top of the kick? Next. Question for you. Other than that curiosity, I like this. I like the subtleness of the keys. Like there's a lot of times people use that piano and it feels very like out of the box Casio, you know, oh, look at me, I just got a keyboard for Christmas, an open hat. I wonder what it would sound like without that open hat. It doesn't sound bad. It just kind of, sometimes it gives me the impression that that kick is peaking, but then I paid attention to it and I just noticed, okay, it's layered with something. I don't know if it would sound cleaner without it playing at the same time as that kick or not, but that was the only thing that really stood out to me as far as like, I don't like that. Everything else, I think it works. I think it works for the style. I don't know what genre this would necessarily fall under, but I think the mix sounds good. Piano is present enough, but not overpowering. Hi-hats work. I like it. I give this an 8.
Open hat. Yeah, I think that this, like the drums were really cool. The piano was cool. There was a lot to like about this. I think there was just small sections where, you know, the energy just kind of died a little bit as you're waiting for everything to kind of kick back in, right? Yeah, like there's just sections that feel a little slow, but at the same time, like the sound selection and putting it all together, I think you did that. So this could be a cool track. I can definitely see somebody doing something fun with this. So I might give it an 8 as well for just a solid, decent beat.
Yep. All right. Next up, Tackman. Tackman to the rescue. Tackman is the, let me make sure I get this right, is the producer, and then I forgot the artist that he usually works with, but this looks like a video. This is called Anime 2024 Subbed Burned. I'm assuming subbed means subtitles. I don't know what burned means. Are we going to get the clap? Is it we need to go to the doctor after this?
You're going to get scorched. The hotness.
Scorned?
Hotness disease.
Peasy. That's it. All right. Good night. Next. Okay. Your boy Peasy. Is your boy?
Sleep night next.
You need to get your boy Peasy on the Discord so we can engage with him and call him all sorts of funny names, like your boy or Peasy.
Yo, Princess P, motherfucker. Oh, you little P fetish bitch.
It's a little excessive.
I make friends easily.
Extreme, but okay.
I'm great at making friends.
All right, here's Anime 2024. Got a video.
Oh, you won a Peabody Award when I peed in your body. Yeah.
Good lord. Wait, where's this?
Watching anime, huh? Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm watching anime, huh? Yeah. I need it on replay all day. Pull up the Crunchyroll. Oh, nah. I don't care what you say. Nope. Think I might watch a few seasons. Picture my village that's treason. I'm kinda nerdy, I'm geek. Super Saiyan for no reason. I'm watching anime all day. I'm watching anime every season. Pull out the anime, pull it up. We play the anime, run it back. Hate on the anime, you can hate. I don't care what you say, I don't care. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it. I'm out here training like Goku. Get on my level, don't know you. Bring the city together like fusions. Got Naruto seats and I'm cruising. Hair dirty, think I need shampoo. Samurai bun like I'm shampoo. Hate me, I'm still gon' watch it. Get out my face, you toxic. Funimation got subscription. Tsunami started this mission. Them crunchy rolls be hitting. Subtitled or dubbed, I'm with it. I'm a chemist, I've been doing alchemy. You should see the rugs on my balcony. Need a spotlight like Black Star. Turn it to a giant like a AOD. Got Beyblades, I'ma let it rip. I'm a hook
upgrade to a launcher grip. Might pull out my dual disc, then some in my clueless. I like it gory like Basilisk. Promise that I ain't new to this. Cross me now, you in a death note. You don't wanna see your name on the list. On my list, I'm watching Memphis original 7 deadly sins, and yeah, you can critical crosses that I'm watching, but you don't get it. No culture change, and then we might hit the pinnacle. Slaying demons out of belly like Tanjiro on top of class. I'm academic like my hero. Tryna roast me, I got colors like Yusuke. Never stop watching, no matter what you say. I'm watching anime, yeah, I need it on replay all day. Pull up the Crunchyroll, oh my, I don't care what you say. Nope, think I might watch a few seasons. Bitch in my village, that's treason. I'm kinda nerdy, I'm geek, Super Saiyan for no reason. I'm watching anime all day. I'm watching anime every season. Pull out the anime, pull it up. We play the anime, run it back. Hate on the anime, you can hate. I don't care what you say, I don't care. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it. Hunter is Hunter, so they bring the lightning, but I got the thunder. Feeling like I'm trapped to get jutsu. I'm underneath the spell that got me just watching all summer. I rock a straw hat like Monkey D. Luffy. Call me Nami, cause I'm all about that money. I'ma watch so much it ain't even funny. Got on my ninja headband and I'm running, yeah. I drop a 20-piece bone like a Rocco. I make a river through time like Starsgate. Bizarre bitches every day like JoJo. I need a bad chick down with cosplay. Been watching all day, but my girl told me to get up off the couch. I don't have time to go out, trying to save some time. I go finally turn around and hit him in the mouth. Impulsive, just like Grimjow. Enemies better level up, they don't wanna see me now. Get rid of my demons like Clover. Waiting for new season, too bad it was already over. Grind every day, got me swole like Baki. Hashi, Rama, Shadow Clone copies. Really made the whole clan, you ain't gonna stop me. Throttle for the planet's about to get blocked. Girls say I got the magic and the guilt like Jatsu. You ain't up to speed, then I'm probably gonna drop you. Twin pies out like Shiva, cause I got to. Hands ain't up and you don't wanna see around to. You don't wanna watch it, I don't wanna be around you. A sailor when I'm moving and I'm never coming down to. Tell her what you talk about, I'm only watching cartoons. Give me an anime, I'm probably gonna start soon. I'm watching anime, yeah, I need it on replay all day. Pull up the Crunchyroll, oh my, I don't care what you say. Nope, think I might watch a few seasons. Bitch in my village, that's treason. I'm kinda nerdy, I'm geek, Super Saiyan for no reason. I'm watching anime all day. I'm watching anime every season. Pull out the anime, pull it up. We play the anime, run it back. Hate on the anime, you can hate. I don't care what you say, I don't care. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it. I'm about that anime, yeah, I'm about it.
All right, that was the anime by your boy Peasy, produced by Tackman to the Rescue.
That was made specially for you, I'm pretty sure. Nerd ass motherfucker. Go ahead.
Does watching anime automatically make you a nerd?
Yeah, it does.
No,
anything else you got going on in your life, anime equals nerd. It even says it in the video we just watched. He's like, oh, you can hate it if you want. I know it's nerdy, but anime, I love it.
There's nothing nerdy about watching anime. It's the people who overly embrace it that make it nerdy. Like, if you saw me on the street and I never mentioned anime, would you just say, oh yeah, you're a nerd?
No, of course
exactly.
Not. But then the second you reveal that, you're like, oh, okay, so he's a nerd.
But if I showed up to the first time we met and I was like full cosplay, you'd be like, oh, this guy is a fucking nerd, right?
I'm just saying, man, like it is one fact that changes everything about you. It's like, well, yeah, Hitler was great at, drawing and cared for dogs, but also there's one fact about him that kind of overrides the rest of it. That's what anime is. It's the one fact that, okay, now you're that.
All right. Okay.
How'd you think about it?
I thought this, I like the video. I'll say that first and foremost. I think you did a great job with the video. The song is cool. I feel like, so Peasy did a good job. I probably would have liked it more if he wasn't rapping so fast, where people could actually like digest a lot of the callbacks that he did to different animes. Like, I feel like anime fans watching and reading along, they'll be like, oh yeah, there's Naruto, there's Bleach, there's, Jujutsu Kaisen. They'd be like, okay, I pick up on all the cues and everything. For somebody like D-Bird, who might not know like 70% of the shows on there, it's just like, oh, well, I got to keep up with the word diarrhea that's happening, and I got to assume that whatever he's saying links to something that he's, means something to somebody else that's not me. So I think if it was more paced in the delivery, it would probably resonate more generally. But I think that clever wordplay and clever construction of the lines, given that aspect. I think the doubles on the vocals probably also, given that he's rapping fast and the vocals are doubled up, also kind of clashes with the clarity a little bit about understanding what's being said, especially when he was double timing it at the end of the verses. I think that made it harder to understand it without the subtitles. And then the only other thing that I would say, which is probably more so good, is that if you like chopped up the hook as like a 30 or 40-second clip, however long that hook is, and you just kept posting Instagram reels or TikToks, wherever the fuck, I think that this would actually get a lot of traction. I think the hook is well constructed, especially with the visual addition to it, that the anime nerds, as Bird would call them, would be like, oh, this is cool. Like button, share, repost, or whatever. Like, I think there's something to this with the video added that you could be like, I'm watching anime, and like people would use that, or they might even use the sound to like do their own little cosplay. Like whenever they go to the conventions, like this could be playing in the background of that. I think there's something useful that you can take out of this, even if the verses are like hard to engage with just anybody off the street. So I think that's the positive of it. I'm assuming since it says Anime 2024, this is last year, and you're not going to go back and re-record the verses, but I definitely think there's something worth chopping out the hook and making like videos of it and seeing if you can push that to hit some sort of algorithm, or at least get your sound picked up by, you know, maybe you take like other people's videos of them going to the convention and you put your sound over the background. I think there's something there that you should explore. So with that in mind, you know, I'll give it a 7. Like, I think the hook is the most redeeming part of this, even if the verses are like hard to digest.
So I'll just say I'm not the audience for this. I don't watch anime. In fact, there was a girl way back in the day who I was very into. We hooked up a couple times, and then after, you know, one of our steamy sex sessions, she put on some anime, and I was like, "Wait, what are you doing?" No, anything but this. Oh my god! And we never hooked up again. So that's anime for you.
Imagine letting one slip away because she turned on some anime.
Literally, it was so jarring. I was like, oh my god, no, anything but this. And it led to the argument, which led to us never being intimate again. But that's a side story. This, I'll just say, I love it. I love it. Look, here's what made it work. If there was no visuals, if there was no subtitles, it would fall flat. This does not work as a song for all the reasons that Dice said. Like, it's too fast. I think a lot of times when you're trying to do punchlines, you really have to kind of like let them sit there for the listener to digest and be like, oh, that was really witty, really clever. A lot of people aren't listening as fast as you're rapping and you're doing like 20 references per line, right? That being said, even as a non-animator who may have a grudge from his 20s about the one that got away, I really liked the visuals of this, and I could read along. And as I was reading, it kind of mattered less that he was like kind of saying words a little different to jam them in. Like, there was some technical artistry things about the song that I had issues with, but I didn't have issues with it once I was reading along. So I think that this is a perfect piece together. I think the cartoon subtitles made it make sense. It was visually entertaining for me, even though I don't like anime. And I think that this is perfect as like, here's my niche. I'm just going to go all out. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't, fuck them. I love that. So I'm going to give this a 9.5 for the total package. I liked it.
I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, like I said, the visuals really like drove this one home. Like, we've had some people try to present us with visuals and we're like, okay. But I think the visuals really accelerated this to another level.
It would not, like, it would be a 7 maybe for just the song. For like some of the minor tweaks, like I could go in on some of the technical things that I, found in the actual vocals when I was just listening to those. But all together, I was like, this fucking makes sense. I like it.
Yeah. I don't even think the song itself was too corny. I mean, there was some like, obviously you get it like, oh, I'm anime, I'm nerd. You get that shit out of the way. But I think like the punchlines themselves were like pretty clever and well written. So I don't think it was like a corny song at all, but it was just too fast, too much, too soon. That is the end of the queue. However, I see that C Gray Baby has posted a response from whatever the hell. Let me grab the link here.
So for those of you who weren't here for the beginning of the show, there's apparently some point system. If you hang out with us long enough, you can redeem D-Bird, tell me what to text my friend. And our friend Gray Baby texted exactly what I told her to. And here
She
is the
said,
result.
"Help! I was practicing kissing on the pickle jar and I got stuck. Pardon me? I got stuck in the pickle jar yelling, of course, and bye. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you fine?" Perfect response.
Bye. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you
I
fine?
like how bye first, meaning I'm not going to further this conversation, but you still have to get off. Hey, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but I'm going to insult you really quick.
Yeah. On second thought, I do want to come back and insult you more. Yeah.
Let me circle back real quick. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you 5? No more responses.
I'm here for it.
Perfect.
So if any of you guys would like me to tell you what to text friends and then later screenshot it and put it in the lounge, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, redeem those channel points. If you're on Twitch, let us know what to text your friends. But as far as musics, that was all that we had for the subscribers tonight. Noir never came back, so we'll save that for next Wednesday. But we'll be back Sunday to listen to all the freebies. So anybody who isn't a subscriber, be sure to drop your track in the Sunday queue. Also, the Square Up Round 3 tracks will be posted by this end of the weekend, so get ready to listen to that. I think there's a few of them posted already. If you want to get your big little ears all warmed up and ready to go take some listens, and we'll see you guys on the Discord.
See you around, partners.
No tomatoes on my sandwich.
No tomatoes around here. No, sir.
All right, y'all. Later.